Joining us now, of course, is Howie Carr, along with Morgan Thompson, who has his own solution to halt the tide of illegal immigrants. Howie, always great to have you here.
Thank you, John. I wrote a column last week about this. I just said, why can't we enforce the law? It's not that the immigration system is broken; it's that the laws aren't being enforced. Why don't we just start deporting everybody who's here illegally? You know, Sonny Bono, the late pop singer who later was in Congress, he used to be asked this occasionally when he was a congressman from California. Say, "What's your stand on illegal immigration?" And he would say, "My stand? It's illegal."
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I
don't know what's wrong with that position. You know, get them out. I mean, that's the way it always worked in the past. We had a very well-run, functioning immigration system until the 1965 Immigration Reform Act, and now it's totally fallen apart. And you see the price we're paying.
Yeah, no, maybe it makes too much sense. Some of your neighbors, of course, there in Massachusetts, might not agree with your column in defense of total deportation and the need for tougher law enforcement. Let's take a look at some of your words a little closer here. And you write in part, quote, "Enforce the law," by which I mean deport them. Deport all of them, not just the latest huddled masses yearning to live free, to live for free forever in Section 8 housing or on EBT cards. No, we must deport all of the 12 or 20 or 30 million illegal aliens who are turning this country into a third world flophouse. Howie, what makes you think anything is going to change on that front now, considering what you just said, and the law has not been enforced since, say, the early 1970s, 1965?
I'm not sure, John. It probably can't be totally enforced, but what I'm saying is it should be enforced. You cannot have a country with no borders. I mean, this is ridiculous. We have total chaos. There's a meltdown on the southern border. And, you know, there are a lot of laws that have to be changed. I mean, we have to change the laws that say that you get automatic citizenship if you're born in this country of illegal aliens. I don't think that's what was intended by the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution after the Civil War. And I don't think that illegal aliens should be getting welfare. I think there should be tougher sentences for employers who employ illegal aliens. Something's got to be done. I mean, this is a crisis. This is a threat to the United States. And, you know, maybe people in Massachusetts are liberal, but last week the governor announced that he's going to take in hundreds of these illegal aliens into the state. There are various cities in Massachusetts, as well as everywhere else in the country, that are already reeling. I mean, the city of Lynn has 300 Guatemalan undocumented students. Now they're talking about hundreds more coming in.
Howie, I don't want to cut you off, but do you really think the goal of all of these children coming across the border is to get Section 8 housing and EBT cards? What about some of them that are fleeing violence?
That's the facts. That's the facts. They're unskilled. They're illiterate. They're not going to be able to. They don't speak English. What do you think they're going to end up? All statistics show that illegal aliens are more than twice as likely to end up on the public doles than Americans. And I think Victor Davis Hanson wrote a column about it today. He said that a substantial minority, I would say it's probably maybe even a plurality of illegal aliens that are coming over here are just coming in to cash out on the welfare benefits.
So how do you respond to critics who say there's too much vitriol coming from your side of the argument, as we can certainly hear?
I'm asking for the law to be enforced. How can that be vitriolic? I mean, if you don't like the law, you change the law. You don't ignore the law. I mean, they say we've got to reach out to the illegal alien community. You know, what about the bank robbing community? You know,
Howie, let's talk about the.
They're being separated from their families. They want some perks. They don't want to run into a red dye pack when they rob a bank. They don't want the alarm going off. They're criminals.
Well, fair enough, Howie, on that front. But, you know, of course, the GOP did make a big push to attract minority voters, in addition to conservatives like yourself after the 2012 debacle. And immigration reform is supposed to be a big part of that. Right now, it seems like the Republican Party can't even agree on a definition of the word amnesty.
Well, the polls I've seen, the majority of Latino citizens of Latino descent are appalled by what's going on. I mean, they're facing the same thing that everybody else is facing, which is higher tax bills And the ones who do want jobs are going to be able to. They're going to work under the table. They don't have to get bought. They don't have to bond themselves. They don't get unemployment insurance. Of course, they're going to be able to undercut the blue collar workers that have and the tradesmen that have come into the country recently. This is a total disaster for the working people of the United States. Jeff Sessions has been talking about this. Not exactly a populist senator from Alabama, but he
has been one of the loudest voices, the loudest critics to this. But of course, you mentioned the push here. You think a better strategy to attract more voters, more Latino voters, is to have the GOP enforce the law, as you suggest in your column.
Yeah, I would say so. Nobody benefit other than the illegal aliens and some of the racial arsonist groups like La Raza that are trying to create tension and reconquista the Southwest. I mean, they're the only ones who were benefiting from this policy of anarchy down on the border. It can't go on. I mean, look, every other country in the world feels the need to take matters into their own hands, to use force to enforce border laws. I mean, Israel is doing it now. We have a terrible problem in Iraq and Syria because there are no borders. This is a country can't survive like this.
All right, Howie, 45 seconds to go. We can't leave you without asking you one question about Elizabeth Warren, since her name came up a couple times last week as a potential serious contender and challenger to Hillary Clinton. Any more validity to that, or should Hillary Clinton welcome an Elizabeth Warren run?
No, I think Elizabeth Warren is a very serious candidate. I would suggest everybody check out the video today. On Thursday she was confronted at one of these left-wing organization conventions that she was going to. They added it. I would suggest everybody check out the video today. On Thursday she was confronted at one of these left-wing. Answer any tough questions. We
played that here on Newsmax TV on Friday. She's going to have to do a better job than that of answering the tough questions if she's going to be considered a serious contender, other than the marginal left. Howie Carr, great to check in with you. We'll be back with more here on America's Forum coming up right after this. And of course, you can always reach out to us on social media with your comments. We'll get them here on the program later today.